Are we ready? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Board of County Commissioners meeting for March 17th, 2026. If you would join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Any additions or removal from the agenda?
No.
Okay. The agenda will stand and approved as it stands. Constituent time, is there anybody in the room that would like to address the board at this time? Anybody online? Okay, we'll continue on. County Clerk Terry Stevenson.
Good morning, Commissioners. This morning, I'd like to introduce Melinda Sanford. If you want to come up, Melinda, and have a seat.
Good morning.
Morning, I'd like to introduce our newly promoted election supervisor, Melinda Sanford. Melinda started with us in July of 2013 as a motor vehicle clerk. And when she started with us, we realized we had a pretty good one on our hands. She's a quick learner, and we're excited for her to be in her new position. And she's here to update you on some election information.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me today. We are gearing up for our first of 3 scheduled elections for the year, starting out with our municipal on April 7th. We have the June 30th primary this summer, and then of course the November general election. Couple stats for you. We have just over 24,000 active voters in Delta County right now, which is pretty significant increase since I first started in elections in 2014. We have a little breakdown of party affiliation for you if you'd like. I have 2,786 Democratic active voters, 9,523 Republican, 11,152 unaffiliated, and then I have 546 comprising of the minor parties within Colorado.
Melinda, do you want to talk to him a little bit about what was just released?
Yes, we actually just released yesterday, phase 3 of our election stats and ballot verifier program. You can go on our website and see historical election results, as well as look at ballot images since 2024 for all of our elections with the cast vote records right next to it. So you can actually see how the ballots were voted. It is completely anonymous. There is no voter identity on any of these ballots. And you can double verify yourself at home that the elections were counted as the ballots were voted.
I'd really like to point out that Melinda has a family history with Delta County.
I do. I'm actually a 3rd generation county employee.
Tell us more.
They've retired already. I don't have that honor yet. No, I have my maternal grandmother actually started in the assessor's office and retired from the assessor. And then my aunt actually retired from the assessor's office as well. Yeah.
Interesting.
So we're very excited to have her. She's done an amazing job. Very quick. She is our internal department IT person at times. She just is very versed in everything. She's doing our backup bookkeeping as well. So she does quite a bit. She knows recording, vitals, motor vehicle, because that's where she started when she started in our office. So she pretty much can do whatever we need her to do in the office. So it's amazing. Great job. Good luck, Jennifer.
Congratulations on your promotion. We're happy to have you. Nice to know that people are that interested in vital statistics and recordings and motor vehicles. So thank you very much for the work that you do.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Mhm.
Do you have any questions for Melinda?
Melinda, in years past, we've had the opportunity to observe elections and while they're in progress with the poll watchers, the signature verifications. When would be a good time if the commissioners would like to walk through that quickly?
It's a great question. We welcome you at any time. This municipal election is going to be very low activity. I would definitely recommend it in the June primary, starting, I believe, June 22nd would be a good time. We usually have activity going on any given day, starting about the 22nd of June.
Because that is a very interesting process to watch how carefully that's controlled.
Yes.
So,
Yes, and like I said, we'd welcome you at any point to walk through and show you all the different activities that we have going on at that particular day.
would you post a note to us when it's a good time?
Yes, I'd be happy to.
Thanks.
Well, I think I first met you about a little over 2 years ago when I walked into your office. I said something along the lines of, so what do I have to do to run for county commissioner? And she set me off on the road that I ended up on. So I thank you for the information you gave me that day.
You're very
So,
welcome.
thank you. Appreciate your help.
Of course, happy to help.
Well, thank you very much.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Melinda.
Now we have the minutes for March 3rd, 2026.
We do. For your consideration, we have the March 3rd minutes for your regular meeting. Are there any changes, deletions, or additions?
Have none.
Down here.
I did not see any either.
Okay, thank you. Also for your consideration this morning, I have a liquor license renewal for a hotel and restaurant for Cheers Management LLC, doing business as a Stonefly Cantina located at 7904 Shea Road in Austin. I've received all necessary documentations, notices and fees have been paid. I did ask the sheriff if he had any issues, and he has none. Therefore, I am recommending that the board renew this license.
I'll move the board approve the liquor license renewal for a hotel and restaurant for Cheers Management LLC, DBA The Stonefly Cantina located at 7904 Shea Road in Austin.
I will second the motion.
A motion is second on the floor. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, so done.
Thank you. My next item is for your consideration is the temporary sales room for the Ordinary Fellow Limited Winery from Palisade for the sales room event for Honey Rock Living Supper Club located at 2444 Dominguez Canyon Road for the following dates: April 25th, June 26th, or June 6th, June 20th, July 11th, August 29th, and October 17th, with the times being from 10 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. I did receive this application from the Department of Revenue. And the applicants have been notified of today's hearing. I wanted to point out that this is just a temporary license for those dates and times listed. And do you have any questions in regards to this application? I think you received all the controlled information that you need as far as what their plans were, the map, and all necessary documentation.
Did you have any concerns on this temporary license at all?
I did not.
I'll move the board approve a temporary sales room for the Ordinary Fellow Limited Winery from Palisade for a sales room event at the Honey Rock Landing Supper Club at 2444 Dominguez Canyon Road for April 25, June 20, July 11th, August 29, and October 17th, beginning at 10 a.m. to 11:30 p.m.
I will second the motion.
Motion and second on the floor. Any further discussion? I like the name Ordinary Fellow, and he's gonna party from 10 o'clock until 11:30. It's a long time.
Michael.
I did not ask to see if there was any representatives either online or in the audience.
Okay. We do have representatives.
I said I did not
Oh,
ask.
okay. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, so done. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Also, I have a temporary sales room for Savage Spectrum LLC, limited winery, also from Palisade, with a sales room event for Honey Rock Landing Harvest Celebration, located also at 2444 Dominguez Canyon Road in Bedford for the following dates. In the packet that you received online, it did not have the June 6th date. So I did lay that information in front of you this morning. Those dates are also April 25th, June 6th, June 20th, July 11th, August 29th, October 17th, with the times being from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. This application was also received from the Department of Revenue. The applicants were also notified of today's hearing. And again, I will note that this is for a temporary sales room for those dates. And I did put that information for the June 6th date. I received all necessary documentation, and I don't know if there are representatives for the limited winery here today or not, or online. Does it look like it?
So I see another date in here of September 19th. Is that one also?
We're gonna put that on.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're
I see
right,
7 dates and 5
you're
here.
right. So they do have one for September 19th as well.
Okay.
Thank you. And sure.
Is dates aware of those two additional dates?
Yes,
Okay.
Well, I'll make a motion that we grant a temporary sales room for Spectrum LLC for the sales room event at Honey Rock Landing Harvest Celebrations located at 244 Dominguez Canyon Road, Delta, Colorado. For the following dates, April the 25th, June the 6th, June the 20th, July the 11th, August 29th, September 19th, and October the 17th, all of 2026.
Second,
Beginning at 9 and going till 11 p.m.
I will second that motion.
Motion and second on the floor. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so done. Thank you. Thank you, Terry.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, Robbie, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, first item under Commissioner business, then your consideration and award of final bid tally for 2026 RFP -011, the design build for building shop area at Adobe's Buttes landfill. And Gary's here to present the information. You have it in your packet as well as a hard copy.
Good morning, Gary.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good.
For a building shop at the landfill. 2026 RFP 11. We have 4 bidders that came in on this. The first bidder we had was Assist Engineering Limited. And the grand total that they came in at the beginning is $640,218.36. With an understanding of the work would start after April 15th. And it would take them approximately 90 days to erect this building. And the anticipated completion of this is 9/25/26. Bidder 2 came in with a grand total of $244,899 with an upgrade of insulation to make it R13 minimum, which was $11,000 of 10,000 and change more for a total of $255,328. They will mobilize the second week of May. The schedule was in the bidding package. Take 7 to 8 weeks to complete. Completion date, if they get started around the second week of August, would be the second week of August. If the work starts in April. Our third bidder came in was Maverick Construction. They came in at $293,438.2. Design upon notice to proceed and 5 weeks after construction will begin. 4 months from design to finished work completion. Their anticipated date is 8/6/2026. Our fourth bidder came in was North Peak Incorporated. Their grand total was $270,166.82. Understanding the work cannot start them until May of 2026, May 4th. 45 days construction time to construct it. Anticipated time would be June 19th of 2026. Those are the 4 bids that we received. Be my recommendation that we go with the integrated services. They came in with the best bid package, best explanation. We did get a fast upgrade on the insulation and everything, everything we needed for that. And that would be my recommended choice.
What's the total price again on integrated?
$255,328. That includes the upgrade of the insulation.
Or 13, you said?
28.
Do the others included installation in their bids as well?
Some did, yes. They all had a form of insulation, but it was thin.
What was the bid spec for insulation? Or was it one?
R13.
Commissioners, there was 300,000 that was allocated in the 2026 budget for this building.
Yes.
Okay.
You're confident integrated services can get that done for you by looks like the second week of August. Is that gonna be a problem? Cause it looks like, well, other than the high bid was in September. But bidder number 4 was June 19th. So that's almost 7 weeks after the fact. I mean, difference between finishing the project versus not finishing.
Yes, I'm confident they can.
Okay.
They'll do it. It's gonna be a process. We have to do the concrete and everything first. Dirt work, concrete, and then erect the building.
Well, if you're confident they can do it, I'm gonna make a motion that we go with bidder number 2, Integrated Services 3R out of Grand Junction, Colorado. For the total price of $255,328, including the R13 installation upgrade.
For a total of,
Oh, $255,328.
second,
Motion second on the floor. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
I,
Aye, so done.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Gary.
Enjoy that new building.
Gonna try.
Get out of the sun, get out of the rain. Rain, what's that?
A good problem to have.
Yeah.
Next for your consideration, possible award, final bid tally for 2026 RFP-12 Airport Engineering Services. County Engineer Tim McCracken is here.
morning, Tim.
Morning, Commissioners. For your consideration today is the Airport Engineering Services 2026 RFP 12. This is for both Blakefield and North Fork Valley. We had 4 total bids. One bidder did not submit the proper documentation, so they were disqualified. So we had 3 to look at. Bidder number 1 is H.W. Lochner out of Grand Junction. Or formerly Armstrong. We were partnered with Armstrong since 1994. So they have a lot of history. They are able to commit to a 5-year contract, which is what this will be. That's how we did the last contract. Their bid did have a letter of transmittal. No values were part of these bids. This is a 5-year contract and they're all grant funded projects. So we don't do a bid cost on these.
How do you evaluate the proposals then?
We looked at, they submitted qualifications, resumes and that kind of thing. I did not submit those to you. I can get those to you if you guys need them. The engineering department, all three of us reviewed it. We discussed it with Scott as well. So there's a 30, most of them are about 30 pages of qualifications and projects they've worked on. So all three of them submitted those documents. Bidder number 2 is JE. They were the ones that disqualified. Bidder number 3 is KLJ Engineering out of Grand Junction. They are able to commit to a 5-year contract and they did submit a letter of transmittal. Bidder number 4 is LJA Engineering out of Grand Junction. They are able to commit to a 5-year contract and they did submit a letter of transmittal. So we reviewed all three and my recommendation would be to go with LJA Engineering. The core team with LJA, we've worked with before. That core team used to work for Lochner. I have a lot of history with that team. I would recommend that. So that is my recommendation. Any questions?
How long has LJA been in business as an entity and what kind of experience do they have that is better suited for our needs?
So the core team, like I said, that is with LJA, worked for Armstrong. They started their aviation division last fall, I believe. LJA is a bigger company and they just started an aviation division. All three are large companies that I'm aware of. But it's the core team that I would recommend that we've worked with in the past. They're just at a new firm.
So good familiarity with both Blakefield and North Fork.
Yes,
And that's bidder number 4.
yes.
You ready, Mike?
Yep.
Based on Tim McCracken's recommendations, I will move that we contract with LJA Engineering for 2026 RFP 12. LJA Engineering is at 480 West Park Street in Grand Junction for a period of 5 years.
I will second the motion.
Motion second on the floor. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so done. Thank you.
On you, Tim. He said so.
Thank you, board.
Next for your consideration, final bid tally 2026 RFP 13, the tandem axle dump truck, Road Bridge Foreman, District 1, Mark McMillan is here.
Good morning, Mark.
Well, we're asking for a dump truck and a water truck. 13 and 14. Start out with the dump truck first. And 5 trucks. We had the Peterbilt out of Grand Junction at 197. And we also had another Peterbilt, out of Denver. Bid in and they're, 2025 trucks. They're last year's trucks and then, they have the backyard motor, which we're not real that fond of, I guess, but, they're at 197 and that's a 90 to 120 days out. And then moving over to McCandless, we have McCandless is the international, and it's at 182 was the bid. And they have a different motor, a Cummins motor in it, and they're 120 days from the award. We have a Grand Junction Kenworth, which is a 2001, and it's got the Packard motor in it also. 90 to 100 days out. And then we have the Transwest. The Transwest out of Junction. Yeah, they have the Detroit motor and it's at 200,000 to 525. After looking through and a bunch of phone calls, we've determined that we like to and have drove the Transwest truck. And we would like to get it if we could. It comes in a little bit more than the McCandless, but it has a better warranty under it. It's got 5 year on the motor, compared to 1 year on the motor for the international, the Cummins. And did a bunch of studying around, looking at other counties and stuff, like Eagle County. They've had both, and they really like the Transwest truck, and that's what they're using now. They've had several issues with internationals, and I've heard that also. But it's a 200 to 182 difference, so 17 for the international difference. And we drove the Western Star truck, the Transwest truck, and really liked it. And we've talked to several people about the motor. The District 3 has a tractor with the same motor in it, and they really like it. So we're wanting that Transwest truck, even though it's a little bit more, and the other trucks are pretty much right in the same price as the Transwest truck. So that's a dump truck for RPC.
You see that number 5 has a 5 year warranty with it?
Got a 5 year on the motor. Nothing but good about the motor that we've heard.
What motor is that? Is that
That's a Detroit.
Detroit?
Yep. And they're real efficient motors, and all Summit County's using them, Eagle County's using them, and liking them. I've talked to them all, and so.
Mark, one of the things we're learning is that the frame thickness on the dump trucks, the transmissions, as everybody's going now to automatics, is a big deal. In this Transwest, what do they have for a frame thickness?
They got double frame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the heavy.
It's a heavy frame.
we buy the double frames for those. Just the twist, and then when you got the bed up in the air, you pretty much gotta have them heavier frames.
And what about the transmission?
Transmission is 18 speed. We didn't go with the automatic. But we are looking at automatic in the water truck and the RFP 14. They are a little more expensive, the automatics. And we're not really used to the automatics yet. We haven't had an automatic, but we figure over the road, just driving out, mostly out on the roads, gravel roads, whatever. Yeah, 18 speed is great for us. Regular 18 speed, which is cheaper. But then when we get into the water truck, we were looking at trying to maybe get a little 6-speed automatic. Cause you got your watering, running over rough stuff, real rough stuff sometimes. And having to use the clutch a lot, maybe more wear and tear on the clutch. But we can go either way as far as that goes, but it's about 12,000 for a automatic. But that's why we want to go with automatic for the water truck, if we can.
So on that number 2 bidder, that's the lighter frame on that McCandless truck.
Yeah, they don't do double frame all the way out.
Yeah, and yeah, it's pretty much the same suspensions. Suspensions are the same. That where they mount a radiator, it's kind of pieced together. Riveted or whatever you want to call it, and the leaf springs where they hang onto the frame and stuff are not near as tough as and I got pictures of it and stuff. You can look at it more.
Well, the difference is what, a little less than 18,000 between the 2 trucks.
Yeah,
And you get 5% of the warranty out in 5 years, and you're getting the heavier frame all the way to the end. And
that's getting
I mean,
better.
it doesn't take long to come up with $18,000 worth of repairs on a lesser, lighter duty truck, so.
And then there's some big issues with Eagle County said they won't buy another international. Because the speedometer clusters, they went through like 7 or 8 of them. A bunch of grounding strap issues, they said, wires just hanging out, not put away properly. They won't buy anymore. They had a big fleet of those, and so I don't know, I'd like to avoid that if we can.
You'd rather work the truck than work on it?
Yeah, the parts are so expensive.
So your recommendation is bidder number 5 from Transwest.
Yeah, yes, we do. And we drove the truck and really liked the truck.
Okay.
Went through the whole thing on it.
Commissioners, the budget for the dump truck was $245,000.
Thank you.
Well, I'll make a motion that we go with bidder number 5 based upon the recommendations that we've heard this morning for Transwest Truck Trailer RV for tandem axle dump truck 2026 RFP-13 in the amount of $200,525 and no cents.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
Then we got the 14, which is the water truck. We would like to, we'll see that. McCandless, and bidder, we had McCandless. Pretty much the same, it is the same truck, they're just putting a tank on it. And the horsepower of these motors are the same too. If you're wondering, they're 500. They had, the McCandless had 212 for their water truck. For a total, and they had 160 days from notice. Kenworth Bidder number 2, or bidder number 5, I guess, is 537. Was the Kenworth out of Grand Junction, and they're 90 to 100 days. There was out of town bids, the Technology International, they were like at 216. They had no time when they could deliver. I didn't know if you guys want to mess with out of town stuff. There was a Dallas Mack Texas truck, 288, which is went there. And then the 284 was out of California. Freightliner, it was a Freightliner. And then there was a Tiles and Styles, they had I don't even know where they're from. They had a Mack truck for 200. And then Transwest came up with a 230, 556. They could deliver April, May. Well, the truck would be delivered to be getting the tanker on it. Put on it in April, May. So they have the truck, they just have to take it down and get it put on. And we were just gonna propose the same, basically the same truck with the same motor. And we really like the tanks, that Fulton tank that comes on it, and this, all the spray nozzles we'll put on it. The guy came by and we got to actually look at everything and drive around with the truck, and we looked at Kenworth, and drove it. We just didn't like the tank design, the way things were laid out on the water truck. Pretty big deal, the water truck, to have a water truck, real big deal. We need it for a ton of stuff, fires, everything. You know, just the way it loads, way you can load water, the pump they use. So it was pretty good learning thing for me, I guess. That
Is that the back tank style?
the what?
Is that the vacuum tank style?
Yeah, it's we were looking at, John's was, I think, just a vac on and off, and pressure up, and then vacuum to pull it up. And this is we were looking at a vacuum to pull it up. So there's no, like if we're sucking mag, loading mag on, which is pretty corrosive. That don't even hit the pump. It just goes in by way of vacuum. And then when you put the material out, when you spray it out, it works off a different pump, kind of a trash pump that you get higher pressure, and so it's a little bit different rather than the pressure. They don't like to use the guy building it doesn't like to, I called him, and he doesn't like to build the pressure where you're pressuring up a tank, in case the pop off on the thing doesn't work, malfunctions. And he said he doesn't trust that. If it malfunctions, then you're pressuring up your tank, and who knows what could happen. So that's why I called him and asked him about that. And that's why he didn't want to build a pressure tank. Plus you got seals and, you know, that can leak and stuff like that. So we were looking at the same truck with a different transmission, that automatic, if we can.
Is that option 1 that we were looking at there for 212, 520? That's with the automatic. Bidder number 4.
Oh, that was the McCandless. That's a smaller horsepower motor. I don't know why they stuck that in. One's the 500 and one's the 475 horsepower. The 212 and 208. Is that what you're looking at?
I just got bidder number 4. It says option 1 and option 2.
Yeah. Yeah, they're different horsepower motors and.
They're both automatic transmissions on that truck.
They did, I think they. We asked for automatic.
Is that the direction your guys are leaning toward, that McCandless truck?
Yeah, the automatic, if we can. Yeah, they're showing the 18 speed in the McCandless.
So is it option 1 or option 2 under bidder 4 that you're recommending, Mark?
For McCandless?
Yeah.
Definitely the higher horsepower. So. It was the 212.
And then would we add 12,000 to the automatic transmission option to that number then?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
and
like,
that's something new for us. We've never had an automatic, but we were just thinking. You're running through some, like, ripped up dirt, mud, stuff like that, and you're slipping clutches and stuff and trying to shift and run your sprayers and, we just thought it'd be handy to have a automatic and see how it works.
be easier on that backup driver in case you ever had to show up and help you too.
So are we ready for a motion?
So the amount budgeted was 250,000.
Yep,
Is the grand total gonna be 224, 520, 80 on that option 1 truck for McCandless? With the automatic option that you guys are looking for?
221 is that's the 18 speed. For McCandless.
What's the total on that, Mark? 221. We need a final number on this.
With automatic?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever the 221 and 12, what is that?
233.
And that's what, they never gave me an automatic option.
So you'd have to,
I don't even know what they would give me. That was through the Transwest.
We're looking at the trim bidder number 8 then.
Eight was the 230 Transwest truck with automatic.
So is that the one you're recommending? Okay.
okay.
We were confused there for a minute.
Oh, okay.
so you're recommending bidder number 8, the Transwest truck for $235.56.
230. 235.50. Yep.
Okay,
Okay, I will make a recommendation based upon,
a motion,
I'm sorry. I will make a motion based upon the information provided for us to go with bidder number 8, Transwest Truck and Trailer RV out of Grand Junction for an automatic option for a grand total of $235.56.
Second.
a motion and second on the floor. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, so done. You got it. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, guys.
Go run the wheels off her.
Yeah.
Yes. I was just joking, actually.
Okay, next is to ratify the warrants.
We did not get a package on that today.
Here's the,
Okay. Usually we have a hard copy, but I'll move the board approve from the various funds expenditures paid by warrant numbers 156,468 through 157,004 and ACH transactions 1410 through 1445 from February 1st, 2026 through February 28th, 2026, totaling $712,888.68 in accounts payable and $1,964,310.81 in monthly county human services and health department February 2026 payroll for items budgeted and approved by Delta County policy. Thank you.
I will second the motion.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Ike?
Aye.
Aye, so done. Thank you.
Hey, Lindsay, with the schedule, please.
Today at 1:30, there is a work session in Farm Bridge. At 3:30, there is a Board of Health meeting. March 18th at 7:30 a.m., there is agency legislative update.
What time would you call that one out?
7:30 a.m.
8:30?
On March 20th, CCI Renewable Energy Working Group, 10 a.m. March 21st, County Assembly at 10 a.m. March 24th at 1 p.m. a water system work session. March 25th, agency rifle board meeting. March 26th, agency legislative call. March 26th, a Delta County Tourism Cabinet meeting.
Lindsay, I have on the 23rd, one Delta County meeting.
4 p.m.
Thank you. March 31st, a work session with planning, LUC and BESS, 1:30 p.m. And that finishes out March. Our next April Board of County Commissioners regularly scheduled monthly meeting will be on April 7th. 8:30 a.m.
On March 30th, do we have a 12 p.m. court security grant meeting? With Sheriff
Don't have
Taylor?
that one.
Yeah, thrown that out as a possibility.
Okay,
We don't have confirmation from everyone yet.
okay.
I'll add that one down. Sorry, I guess I missed stuff.
Thank you.
I don't see anything else, so.
Okay, next would be the jail report.
Monday, March 9th, 2026, Delta County Detention Facility Population Count Report. Male inmates, County Jail 31, female inmates, County Jail 5, male inmates, Department of Corrections 2, female inmates, Department of Corrections 2, for a total of 40. Average daily inmate population for the week of 3/2/26 through 3/9/26 was 50.68. Monday, March 16th, 2026, Delta County Detention Facility Population Count Report. Male inmates, County Jail 26, female inmates, County Jail 5, for a total of 31. Average daily inmate population for the week of 3/9/26 through 3/16/26 was 45.30.
We have county attorney time at 9:30.
Okay, we'll take a short recess until 9:30. Thank you. Okay, we're back on the record and County Attorney John Bear.
Thank you. Morning, Commissioner. Good morning. Have two items for the board's consideration this morning. The first being a board's consideration of an exemption plat In regard to Miners Trail, what we've referred to as the Carpenter West parcel. You have a digital copy of the plat and I have the original here. Effectively, this allows for the division of this property owned by Carl and Latha Carpenter. This is something we've been working with them for quite a long time. Board actually approved a deed for the portion that is going to Delta County, which on this plat is 5.63 acres last fall. Subsequent to that, it was determined that there were other survey markers on the ground, and so the legal actually changed slightly. I think the old legal was like 5.7 acres, but obviously some different a different legal is a different legal. It really doesn't matter how much. So for having said that, so there are two deeds that are also in your packet, not calling for the board signature, but just so you free information that Carl and Latha have already signed. One being a correction deed for that lower 5.63 acres that the county has already purchased. And the other from themselves and of the 14.82 acres. So those are already done. So really what's before the court or before the board today is simply approval of the exemption plat, and which also includes acceptance of the correction and the property there. So any questions I'm happy to answer. Commissioner Coons, I don't know if you have anything you'd like to add.
No, other than it's taken a long time to get these legal descriptions to correction and completion. So thank you, John and Kenny, for getting this done. I will move that the board accept and adopt the correction deeds for the Carpenter West parcel. Do we need any other further?
Well, I think to approve the plat and authorize the chair to sign.
To approve the exemption plat and authorize Chair Lane to sign.
I will second.
Motion second on the floor. Any further discussion? Thank you for all your work on this, Commissioner Coons and John Bear. Thank you for that. It's very meticulous type of work, looks like. No further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, so done.
All right, thank you. And Chairman Lane, I've got the sign soon.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I have one other item for the board's consideration this morning, and that's the board's consideration of assignment of lease for Blakefield hangar number 315. This is from Cloud Niner LLC to Raven LLC. As you see in your packet there, we have an assignment of lease that has been signed by representatives of both of those limited liability companies. And so for today, the purpose is this kind of the standard lessor's consent to assignment. This is the one that just a little bit more complicated, but still, rather straightforward from our purposes. But the only other complication is that this is going through a title company with some title insurance and that sort of thing. So there's just a few more moving parts. But once this is approved, I'll get this back to the realtors and to the the closing agent, and we'll just kind of shepherd the process through the rest of the closing and such. So, any questions, I'm happy to answer.
I have none. So you're looking for a motion to approve the assignment of lease, is that what you're looking for?
That's right, and
It's
to
a
authorize
number.
the chair to sign.
So I will make a motion that we approve this assignment of lease from Cloud 9 to Raven LLC and authorize chair to sign.
Second.
Motion second on the floor. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so done. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all I have for the board's consideration this morning.
Okay.
Okay, next we have planning at 9:45.
So we'll be in recess until 9:45. Thank you. We're back on the record and one item for planning. I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. John, can you That might go on in towards Brittany.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty loud, so. Good morning, Commissioners. Today before you, we have one project. It is PLN 25-064 Warner. This is to accept road right-of-way dedication to Delta County for 2550 road, totaling in 1.786 acres. Here on the screen, you will see what the final plat is, what it looks like. So this is a minor subdivision. Lot 1 is totaling in 18.709 acres. Lot 2 is 19.975 acres. And here in the red is where the road dedication for 2550 road, totaling again in 1.786 acres. With that, staff recommends that your board accept a quitclaim deed dedicating road right-of-way for 2550 road as a public road in the amount of 1.786 acres and authorize the chair to sign the final plat. And that concludes my presentation. And Mr. Warner is here if you have any questions.
You agree with this, Mr. Warner, or anything you'd like to add?
I have nothing. We've lived there 27 years. People have been using the road for that long and much longer, so, I can't use the property. So the county may as well assume it.
Okay, thank you.
Brittany, 1.786 down to 1,000th is pretty specific. Okay,
Thank goodness for surveys.
okay.
And plus or minus
Plus or minus,
1.786 plus or minus.
give or take.
A couple rocks here, a couple rocks there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are we ready?
I think we're ready.
I will move that Delta County accept the dedication of right-of-way for 2550 road in the amount of 1.786 acres as a public road regarding parcel number 319-322-100030 and authorize chair to sign.
I will second the motion.
Motion and second on the floor. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
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 Aye, so done. Okay.
Good job, Brittany.
Thank you, Mr. Warner.
Thank you.
Sorry, to make
Get
you
out of here.
all.
Okay, sir. I'll sign that. You have the plat? Okay. And then we have human services at 10 o'clock, so we'll stand in recess until 10 o'clock. We'll come back on the record. We have Human Services, Annie Gallegos and her crew. I'd like to thank Tatiana for helping Lindsay in translating and helping her out with the posting of all the legal notices. So thank you very much. So Annie, go ahead.
All right, good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And we will start with Nicole and all of her lucky numbers. Start with the payables report.
Not very exciting. Again with fiscal. There's nothing specific to note. Most of these are just the same recurring pay that we do. Very lower than last month because last month was the liability, which always starts us high on our operating cost. Mr. Lane had asked last month what the difference between last year and this year was for work comp and liability insurance payments. And both were down 21 and 25% from last year for what we pay, from what Leona tells us we pay. In terms of where we are in budget for January, we should be at about 8.3 and we're at 11.07. And again, we always start quite high on over budget because we pay that work. It turns beginning of the year in full and then it evens itself out by the end. Other than that, there wasn't any specific fiscal things that came to mind? Is there any questions on fiscal things?
I have none. Nicole, you always do a good job on this.
Yes, you do. Thank you. And the explanations answer my questions as you go along. Thank you.
That makes it fun. I get to look up stuff if you guys ask questions.
You good?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we will start. We don't have a lot on the agenda today for reporting. We did have our childcare, so our CCAP, they came and did a county monitoring review this last month, which we have not had before. And it went really well. They were able to look at processes, procedures, and talk with the staff about support they get from the state and what trainings look like and workflow processes, things like that. So we haven't received the preliminary report, but the findings went on our report out meeting went well. They didn't identify anything of concern. And so now we'll just wait to see what the report looks like and if there's any follow-up we need to do from that. Next month, or in the next coming months, we will have an MOU to present to you that is a continuation of those 3 cycle MOUs with related to the childcare program. So you'll see that coming up as an action item in the next couple months. Do you want to add anything to that? Okay. So we had been down 4 eligibility technicians, and we had held 2 of those positions just in case during some of the freezing of TANF money potentially and SNAP. And so just being cautiously aware so that we could preserve our staff if needed to. And so we've moved past that point now with the preliminary injunctions and the things that the state has been able to do to allow the state to continue to draw down those funds. So we are going to be hiring those 2 positions, and we received a lot of applicants. So Lori's going to be very busy in interviews, which was really nice to see. And some with experience, which is also really nice because they, it takes to gain total proficiency in that eligibility role. And so having that previous experience is helpful.
It is helpful. It can be challenging as well, though, because counties have different processes. And so trying to train somebody to do a process our way versus how Mesa County or maybe another county does it can be challenging, but hopefully we'll get somebody in there with some experience.
When do you expect to fill those positions then?
We're going to do interviews later this week, so hopefully soon. We also have a TANF case manager, TANF CCAP case manager opening, so we'll be looking to hire for that as well.
Moving on to child support, we have our numbers have continued to stay pretty steady there. We just submitted an offer for a technician. And so that person will be starting at the end of the month. And then we have not been able to fill Albert's position yet. So the lead worker is currently covering a lot of those duties, but she's doing a wonderful job. And so we're continuing to support her in some of those extra duties that she's got going. And Albert still brings us eggs every other week. So we still see him. Next we have child welfare. We had some staffing changes. Some of these are planned and some were not planned. And so we have one of the caseworkers, I think her husband was accepted to a master's program in a different state. And so she'll be leaving in June. Her husband had a job relocation piece, and so she's leaving in April, and we still had 1 position to fill. We did receive several applications in the last week of individuals that would be qualified for that position, and so we'll be doing interviews in that role also. But with change, and sometimes expected and unexpected change comes I think its own secondary trauma, let alone what the job brings to an already stressful position, but it also, just change management is hard. And so we've brought in the Alvarado group. They are contracted with Colorado Department of Human Services to work with teams that are going through this type of
transition and needing support, not only addressing the secondary trauma piece of the severe kind of cases that we've had and gone through in the last 7 months, but also just what that change looks like internally and how to build up teams and build their resiliency and work on the ability for them to go through this together. And so this is going to be an ongoing project, probably for the next year or so, that they'll be meeting. And they had their first meeting on Monday for about 2 hours and 20 minutes or so. And team came out feeling pretty strong and excited about what next steps were. And so then this will continue to involve with leadership as a part of it, but the team as guiding it as well. And so it's going to be helpful for them, and they've enjoyed those first pieces, and it's at no cost to the county. So that's been helpful.
How long are you going to keep the Alvarado group engaged?
So they can stay anywhere for up to a year. And so that's will be our plan right now, unless we needed less. They're adjustable. They spend time. So it was nice when she came on Monday. She was also headed to the Northwest group right after us. So they spend time in counties doing this exact work and are available for the last couple of years. I think they started their contract about 2 or 3 years ago. And so that's been really nice to find out and know that other counties had really good success, especially in transition and change management pieces with teams. So, yeah. And the intensity will be based on the team's need. So sometimes it's a once a month check-in, or maybe it could be every 2 months, every 6 weeks, every 3 months. It depends on what the team needs. And so it's tailored to fit them.
Thank you.
Update to the fair. Nicole has completed the flyer today for the Child Abuse Prevention Fair. We have had our first partnership meeting with the Delta Family Center. We're going to get that out to you, Lindsay. IT and Nicole have had a fun time creating a QR code for the flyer.
For the Delta Dare to Care Award.
Yep.
Oh, that's part of that. To get Google Forms to work on an enclosed county system is more difficult than you think. We can do that on our website now. We should talk about any. Tina did not tell me that. So any forms that anybody in the county needs to make, we should be doing it on our website. Or public.
Yeah. Yeah, so these on the flyer, you'll see the QR code says Dare to Care Award. And so this will be the first year where we are recognizing whether it's a kinship support, foster support, an entity that supports child prevention in the community, a nonprofit. And so we're just looking for nominations. People will fill that out, and we would like to highlight and recognize a group for their significant contributions to our community at this event. We actually are changing the location this year. As much as it's been lovely to be in the parking lot, we'd like to see if we could receive more participation from families by moving it to a more school-centered and friendly environment rather than the Human Services Building parking lot. And so we're going to host it at the Delta Family Center. We will still have the petting zoo this year in the parking lot. And we're hoping to catch some of those kiddos after school and families and be able to have more individuals there. So yeah, it's going to be great. We're excited for that. And Eric,
What's the date on that?
it will be April 28th from 3:30 to 5:30.
And you have a flyer.
We just finished it. Yeah, we just got it done. Yeah. And so we will get the proclamation and to you all and
QR code, so I will. Get together.
And we did have a donation from Rocky Mountain Health Plans also that donated the cost of food for the event. So that's been helpful as well. And we've sent out save the date to all of our partners. But if there is a partner that you all are aware of also that we need to invite to the event and we haven't before, please let us know so that we can get them on our invitation list, get them a booth.
I think the week before or the week of, we'd like to participate with Delta Family Centered Spirit Week as well. So it's just wearing colors to represent certain things. And we'll get more information about that out and like to the departments. So it's very easy, red, yellow, green, blue, and then each one represents different color, like different things.
Commissioner Fuller would like you to send that to his wife.
I have the time.
You're gonna do that was fun.
I was ready for it.
A lot of
Great. And then we also will distribute the pinwheels. We'll do that piece of it. And then maybe advertise for anybody in this building too who wants to come out and put them out, and we'll put them on our building and just make sure you guys all get that, and the lapel pieces, the ribbons.
We'll have the proclamation. Okay.
Yep. So should be fun. I'm excited this year. I think it'll draw in more families, more kids, and so it's exciting for us, I think. And the petting zoo is back.
So I was gonna ask if you're gonna have a cow there.
Yep. So
Okay.
Erica is bringing down, I think her horse, cow, and she has some calves and goats, I
Yeah,
believe.
Okay.
So, yeah.
our family brought chickens too, so
There-
I feel like Tanya will bring it.
John, what are you bringing?
Well, we filled the goats, so probably, yeah. Oh, no, we have chickens. The neighbor's chickens who come over. They've adopted out.
I could bring
I'd be happy for those chickens to go.
Or orange pineapple.
Beautiful.
You can, yeah, well, it would be like a main attraction.
Don's gonna need to bring his tongs for the hot dog clipping.
Yeah. Trying to comprehend it when it's not immediately outside of.
You're gonna have to drive. We'll give you a ride.
They wagon down to pick you up.
Yeah, that'd be great. Good ideas. Lastly, we have adult protection. So we have seen a reduction in cases we've seen in the last couple months. So we're still in that 14 to 16. We were a little high in the summer, but that has come down. And so we're working through that piece. We had an adult protection meeting. And we're still planning on World Elder Day to do an event with Region 10 up at the hospital and almost be like a resource fair. We're working on a speaker. And then part of the adult protection team members will come and have kind of their resources there, and we'll invite the community and things like that. But Region 10 is really our co-sponsor on that, and they're getting a lot of information out there for us. But it'll be held at the hospital. We're partnering with them as well.
You said it's World
Elder
Elder.
Day.
What color do we wear?
Purple.
Purple. Okay.
Mhm. We'll get that email out to.
Put it on next year's calendar.
There you go.
I think for that one, the phone weekend.
There you go. Good job. So that's all the updates I had. We didn't have any action items or MOUs or contracts to sign. That is the last of what we have today. If you feel hungry, if you venture over to the break room, you will find beer cheese soup, pretzels, mashed
I didn't know
potatoes,
that.
corned beef, lots of desserts. He's currently angry.
Finally came on.
But yeah, I've got quite a menu. So
You guys do it up right.
it will be good food. We have some pretty amazing cooks in our building. So food days are always fun.
Any update on the reorganization from the state?
Yes, so at this point, what we have heard is that the districting or the hub model, which would include employees and fiscal, has ended. They wanted to pursue that as a model that when it regionalized or when you thought of it, it just didn't make sense with how you would share employees, how those employees would be supervised and governed in one county, but yet overseen by another county. The fiscal modeling of it never came to fruition for it to be really transparent and explained and make sense. And so that piece has ended. They are looking at still some type of regions, which is what we do now. So we have done this just in a way that wasn't formal. And so we're going to formalize that in a better way. So for example, if Delta County, all of our techs left one day, we would have in place IGAs with the surrounding counties where Mesa, Montrose, Garfield could say, hey, yep, we've got you. We'll process your cases, and have a shared workflow with the technology pieces to be able to do that. And that's what's the big piece also, is we need the technology to come out, because that's what's really going to have the effect on the per and perm rates, which is what we're trying to, it's the root cause of what we're trying to fix. for example, in an informal way, we had a youth who was going for spring break to go visit his family out of state. And the plan was for him to get on the plane on Saturday at like 1:30. And we had a plan, and Friday morning, the person that was supposed to transport that youth, it fell through. So we said, ooh, what do we do? It's a Friday, we're kind of down staff too, it's very late notice. So I called up our friends at Mesa and I said, hey, Joe, do you have a staff? You bet. And his staff member picked up the kiddo, drove him over there, got him on the plane, and they said, you guys do a lot for us, we appreciate it. We don't need anything financially to support that. So that's something we do already, right? And so now it's just formalizing it in that type of an economic security structure. So, that's part of the negotiations now that we'll be working towards. And I think it is a good idea. I think that counties feel that that type of regionalization and support in the way that keeps county financing at the county level, but continues the support for workflow processes to attack really the per and perm, that is the best foot forward. So that's what we're being supportive of right now. And we do have our county leads, our region leads that are in those meetings and kind of guiding that, and then they provide feedback back. We provide any updates or thoughts we have, and so it's kind of this exchange of information, but they're working closely with the governor's office in those meetings and then through CCI, so.
Good.
Yep. Yeah. So, that's good. It's good. We're hoping it'll be good. So.
Well, just so you guys remember, at the CCI legislative reviews, Annie's always there on the phone, providing input for human services. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, because your depth of knowledge there is extraordinary.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
your ability to work with your counterparts really helps. So I appreciate it.
Thank you. We, this past week or 2 weeks, I should say, has been pretty interesting because I help support, I run this little group within some legislative pieces related to child welfare. And so we've had a couple meetings with Emily Pope and others to just help as, you know, they're going into JBC, they're looking at all these different numbers and changing and all the pieces of the bill that, you know, the long bill that needs to get organized. And so we've been putting together lots of things and working to address any unfunded mandates, because those just do not help in any way, shape, or form. So we've been struggling with those. So any way we can help get those moved along. So. All right, well, that's all we have. If you're hungry around 11:30 or noon, you know where to find us.
Well, thank you very much, and your crew also. Thank you. Tell them thanks for all that they do.
Yep, I will pass it along. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Is there anything else that needs to come before the board? If not, we'll stand adjourned. Thank you.